Hello everybody and welcome back to Fantastic Fun Folds. My name is Tatiana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. I am a paper crafter, a craft lover should I say, but primarily a paper crafter and a card maker, as you can see behind me. Hey Tanya, thanks for joining me. I love to share how I make my cards in hope to inspire people to spend a little bit of their time being creative. Particularly now in COVID, being creative could be really good for our minds, our bodies, our souls, to just take some time out from the world. And then most importantly, send that card to someone to cheer up their day. And I will be asking for people to nominate someone to receive the card I make tonight. So you can nominate someone, a friend. You don't have to give me their details, just a friend because you are thinking of them, or just a quick little reason, as long as they're in Australia. So you don't have to be in Australia, but as long as they're in Australia, because international postage is a little bit complicated at the moment. You can't hear me. Renee, can you hear me? I don't know why. I'm hoping it's your headphones, earphones, headphones. No sound. I don't know. This has never happened to me before. Let's see. I haven't muted. You can hear me. Okay. Renee can hear me. Okay, cool. So I shall continue. Kathy and Tanya, please let me know if that's still an issue. Okay, Fran can hear me, so I'm going to continue. Otherwise, I'll have to stop the live and come back again. But as I was saying, please nominate someone that you would like me to send this card on your behalf, as long as they're in Australia. And the nominations are restricted at the moment to Facebook because it's going to get complicated when I upload this video to YouTube, too many places. And you know you're watching live because you see the little red live right there. If you don't see that, that's still okay. You can still nominate as long as Wednesday hasn't come along. So Wednesday, what's today? 18th, 19th, 20th. As long as Wednesday the 20th hasn't come along, please keep the nominations coming. And we will draw someone on Wednesday. So today, I'm continuing my series of videos on Fantastic Fun Folds, as I've already said. And it's a series of videos where I teach you how to make cards in a different fold. So less traditional, because when you're making your own cards, why does it have to be the same as your store-bought cards? Hello, Sarah. Thanks for joining me. So the concept of a fun fold is just to make it a little bit different and fun, and today we're doing a different version of the double easel card. So last week we did a double easel card, and this week we're going to do another version. I'm really excited to share, and I'm really excited with the concept I have in my mind. So let's head to the craft desk and get started. Yay! All right, this week, Fantastic Fun Folds, double easel card version 2, we will use items from Timeless Tropical. So we're going to be using the Timeless Tropical stamp set, and this is a sheet of some designer series paper from that stamp set, and I've picked this one, and this has a lot of Pool Party, so I thought it'd be nice to use Pool Party as our base. So I just need one sheet of Pool Party. And I'm going to grab the trimmer, and where am I? There we go. I have all the measurements all written out and ready to rumble. Firstly, we need half a sheet of the A4, so if you're using letter, you need half a sheet. So I've cut that at 10.5 centimeters, and this is 29.7, the full sheet. Thanks, Joan, and good morning or good evening. No, good evening. I don't know why I said good morning. Good evening, Glenda. And if you're using letter, so you'd cut it at 4 1/4 and leave it at 11 inches, not 11.5. And then you're doing one score at halfway, so at 14.8 or 5.5. Oh, fantastic, Margaret. I'm so glad that Gail got her card today. Wonderful. So that's at 14.8 or in letter 5.5 inches, and then at 7.4 centimeters or 2 3/4 inches. So that, if I just scoot that over, that forms, if you remember watching the double easel card from a few weeks ago, or even months. Thank you, Priscilla. This forms the first base. So this is just like a regular top folding portrait note card. We excuse me, we we fold along that line, and then we open up and fold that top bit down as so, and that kind of starts forming our first easel. And for that we need a card front, which is at 10.5 centimeters and at 14.8, and if you are using imperial, that'll be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And if you remember, the easel portion kind of showing it sideways went like that. And to make it a double easel, what we're doing is creating exactly the same thing again, but miniaturized, and we're going to place it here just to give you a picture of what and where we're heading to. So I'm going to grab another piece of Pool Party cardstock because I want this to coordinate. It's going to be very Pool Party, but then we're going to brighten it up with the stamp set. And now we need, for our, what I'm calling the second easel, a 5 centimeter. Now, the measurements for the second easel are somewhat arbitrary. It's just what I've decided to do. You can make it smaller or bigger depending on your taste, but I'm just doing it as an example. It's certainly quite small. You could definitely make it much bigger. So this one I've chosen to do at 5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. In imperial, that would be 2 inches by 5 inches. Again, a little bit arbitrary because I just kind of made up the sizing here. And I'm scoring at 7 centimeters, so in half and then in half again. Essentially, that's where the scoring is. So the same with here. Yes, I've still got that nasty cough, Kay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better, but towards the end of the night, it just does get worse. So as I was saying, here we scored in half and then half again. So that's your rule of thumb. So I've scored in half and half again, and for the letter, it would be 2 inches by 5 inches, scoring at 2.5. Well, it'll be 2.5 and then at 1 1/4. And again, we fold and burnish the folds exactly. Thank you, Kay. The same, and then open that up and fold that one down and burnish the fold. Now, burnishing the fold just really helps not strengthen the fold, it just really helps sharpen the fold and it gets a better fold, and it folds flatter as well. So as you can see, I've just basically created a mini version of the card base, and we also need a little easel card front, which will be 5 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So that's already 5 centimeters. Hello, Jessica. And 7. So we've got a mini easel. And imperial, that would be at 2 inches by 2.5 inches. Now let's cut some DSP. We want a sheet. We want some for the card front here. My apologies. Hi Ken, thanks for joining me. So first I'm going to trim this sheet down to 14.3, which is my favorite kind of card front size, which will give us a nice little border. And that means I can cut 10 centimeters once for the card front, as so. And then I thought it'd be fun to put it here on the card base as well, because that's not really a space for writing because of the design. So at 10 centimeters once again. So that will go right here. And then we need a piece for our itty bitty easel. So that was cut at 5 centimeters, and I haven't been doing the imperial. Sorry, I will put the imperial dimensions up on my blog. My head has gone. I wrote down the other ones, but these ones are so. I want it to be a bit of a border. Going to cut that at 3 millimeters smaller. So that's at 4.7 and 6.7 for the itty bitty easel, and one more, 6.7 again for that little, kind of basically repeating it in miniature right there. So cool. Put the trimmer aside and we can start gluing some bits together so that we're not having them lying around. So I'm taking one of the pieces of designer series paper and attaching it to this, which is essentially where you would normally write your message, but because of the easel style it's going to be different. And then I'm also going to adhere it to our card front. Now remember, please nominate someone who you would like to receive this card in the mail on your behalf, but from me as well. And just let me know somebody. Just say, you know, my mother, my sister, my brother, my aunt, my uncle. And we're going to glue that straight here. And the way I like to do that is add the adhesive to that little panel, not to that bit. And then line that up. This is the same width, so it has to line up just as so. So we've formed our first easel. I'm just putting it on its side so that you can see that. So this is pretty much exactly what we did with the first easel card that I did a few weeks ago, possibly even months. Doesn't time fly? And we're going to repeat the process with this itty bitty version. Isn't it just adorable? So cute. This is so cute. So tiny and cute. Did I say hi, Tam? I hope I did. Honestly, my memory is shocking at the moment. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I'm saying hi now. Has your order come? Or should I say your starter kit? I hope it came today. So there we go. And again, we're gluing that as so. So we've got our itty bitty easel, and basically we will adhere the itty bitty easel to the big easel, and the little easel will kind of stop the big easel from closing, falling down, and then we'll have something here later for the little easel. So that is too cute. So cute. Sorry, I can't get over how small and cute that is. You could definitely do this one bigger. Doesn't have to be this small. So you've got flexibility in what size your little one is. And now we are going to decorate before we do. And I am concerned about where I'm going to write a message. And I'm thinking here is the perfect spot for a personal note. So what I'm going to do, it's very cute, isn't it, Margaret? Thank you for agreeing. I'm grabbing my pre-cut Whisper White, which is the same size as what we cut here. No, I haven't tried ginger, to be honest, but that would have a lot of sugar, and I've had a chronic cough every winter since I was pregnant with my son. And the first one, I sucked on a lot of lozenges and got a cavity. So I'm not going anywhere near there. I'm just going to score this first. I'm going to score this. Now I'm going to have to do the maths. Ugh. That's at 14.3, so that's at 7. 7.1. That should be half. I fold that down. Now the reason why I'm scoring that is because it's going to sit on tried new ginger. I will have to, oh, I don't know, that sounds awful. That's terrible. My mum can attest I'm not a very good patient. So that way I've scored it so that it folds down nicely with the card. Okay, thank you, Fran. I might try that. I've run out of honey. That was my problem. And then the whole online shopping thing, because I'm not going anywhere, is, oh my goodness, Karen, I've been meaning to message you. Hello, how are you settling? So I'm just making sure that that's nice. So that way you've got space to write a message. There's still the easel and it will all sit nice and flat. I miss having my classes and workshops, to be honest, because I haven't had them because of COVID. As I have said at the beginning, we're going to be using this lovely stamp set. This is carrying over to the new catalogue, which is super duper exciting. My teas. I have had so many teas lately. So I have done some stamping and die cutting. I've lost a leaf. Hello. It wouldn't be one of my lives without losing something, is it? Would it? Oh, well, I had a, oh, there, this leaf is there. Gosh, okay. So I have done some pre-coloring and I've left some blank so that I can show you how I've done it. This is the, hold on, it's not a hyacinth, it's not a hydra, that's a frangipani hibiscus. Sorry. So I've pre-colored the hibiscus a little bit and I wanted to show you how I do it. Just plugging my phone in. And what I did was I colored the stamen little area in Daffodil Delight, the stick of it in Lovely Lipstick Light, and the rest of the flower, I thought Lovely Lipstick is just the perfect color for it. And what I'll do is, yes, I do have a blog, Fran. I am lowering the camera and lowering it again so that you can see. I haven't worked out if there's a zoom feature on my phone. I probably should. Okay, what is fun about this stamp set is that Stampin' Up! Has provided the shading. So I'm taking the Lovely Lipstick Dark and basically going over anywhere where there's shading. So this is super duper easy. This is really no thinking kind of coloring. There we go. Hello, Christy. It is a great stamp set, and I've only just got it just before pre-order. And now I'm just going over into the blanks with the lovely Lipstick Light. Now this color is stunning and it is retiring. So if you would like it, I would snap it up now. Hey Chloe, you love no thinking coloring. Well, this stamp set is perfect for no thinking. It's got the shading for you, so it's really quite easy. Now with the frangipani, I know that normally they're yellow in the center and white towards the edges, but I wanted to do something different. So I'm using the lovely Lipstick Light, and there are frangipanis out there like this. So I'm just adding them to the tips of the petals. Then I take my Daffodil Delight Dark, and again into the pre-shaded dark areas, and then I blend the two in together with the Daffodil Light, and I am going over the lovely Lipstick Light, and that lightens the color. And it kind of, have you seen pictures of those frangipanis with the pink? So I just thought that would really tie in well with our, oh gosh, what is it called? Hibiscus. I don't know why I keep forgetting these today. Now with the leaf, my parents used to have hibiscus in their backyard and I loved them. I'm using, again, another retiring blend color. This is the Call Me Clover. And again, I'm putting the dark bits in where it is darker in the stamped image. And I should mention that I'm using shimmery white because that is my favorite cardstock to color on with the stamping blends, and then I just go over. Oh, they're called fruit salad color. Well, there we go. Thank you, Fran. I did not know that. There we go. I've made a fruit salad frangipani. Ooh la la. And there we go. And finally I've got the palm tree, and I've colored the stalks. No. Jeez. For those who don't watch regularly, this is me. Sorry, I'm just going to take some liquid. I muddle my words, and that's just me. The trunks is the word I'm looking for in the bronze blend. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color the leaves. And this time I'm not going to blend the two colors. I'm going to just kind of take half the palm in one color, not really paying attention, I guess you could say, to which half. And that way we'll get two tones. And the reason why I'm inspired to do it like that is because of the DSP. Can you see the two different greens in the DSP that coordinates with this stamp set? So the stamp set does continue over into the new catalogue, but the DSP does not. So if you would like DSP, quick order now. It's one of those, it's that time of year where I'm going to continuously say that this is retiring, and if you would like it, get it now. I haven't used this DSP since my wedding anniversary card. That was back in January. So the blends are translucent. They're not solid color like paint. And that means that you can still see the stamping underneath. B. It is beautiful. And there we have it. I'm going to lift up the camera so that we can start putting our card together. Let's start with the itty bitty one. The idea that I had in my head was to add this itty bitty one with the palm trees. Now I'm taking note that this part of the palm is going to hang off the edge. So that means I don't want to add glue there. As so. Flip. Flip flop. And let's do that now. And the way I'm going to make this little easel stand up, so it needs some sort of stopper thingy from it staying semi-flat, I guess you could say. So we're going to add a bit of this awesome, what's it called? Braided burlap trim. And I like the frayed edges there, so I'm going to trim this one off. Where are my snips? I'm losing my snips now. And I'm kind of going to go, yep. And this trim is thick, one could say. So that's going to be a great stopper. Making up words now. And a little bit of tear and tape. So I place that about so. Nothing specific about where I've placed that. And the reason why I like to use tear and tape is because it's a great hold. And there we go. That's going to, can you see that? That stops the burlap bits. Stops the easel from closing. And what would be really cute is the hello. There's a little hello in the stamp set, and that would fit quite perfectly right there. Isn't that cute? Makes it look like sand. Yes, Jessica. Good point. And I'm using Memento Black, and I should have said I did stamp these in Memento Black because that's the ink of choice when you're using Stampin' Blends. The ink won't bleed into your colouring, which is something that is very important when you're colouring. So I'm just giving my stamp a clean, and I've got stamp sets flying over. So there we go, we've finished our little easel. And now it's very blue, but I suppose on a tropical holiday things are very blue. We're going to add some pink, and I'm thinking on the tropical palms are more over here, so let's add the flowers more over here. And the thing is, you can have those hanging out the edge a little bit because of the easel format. It's not going to get bent, and just not too far off, so you still want it to fit in your envelope. Yep, I'm really happy with that. Remember where it is. Or do we want to put the frangipani tucked underneath? No, I liked it on top. I am going to use dimensionals. So you may notice that as I place a dimensional, I kind of run my fingernail through it, and that pops the backing up. If I press hard enough, you can see the backing has popped up very easily, and that makes it super easy to take off. I'm making sure that that's still orientated kind of in a upway direction. So I suppose the frangipani, that's the frangipani. I suppose with the no, I've really forgotten the name now. Really, truly. I know it starts with H. Geez, I'm terrible. I'm going to blame the cough. So I am going to just kind of pick that dimensional up a bit. Adding glue to the back of the leaf. I am keeping it real tonight. Hibiscus, thank you, Jessica. You're awesome. Ooh. I should have stuck the leaves down before I put the flowers. Thank you, Kay and Elizabeth. You're all fabulous for helping a girl out. There we go. Now that it's written in front of me, I'm going to remember. I can go, what is that flower again? Ah, there it is. It's hibiscus. And I wanted the, what was it called again? Fruit salad. Fruit salad frangipani. I love it. I've learned something new today. And because I want that to overlap a little bit, those two petals will get dimensionals. And I need a bit of glue for it to stick down on the hibiscus. There we go. I'm such a visual cue person. Ooh. And that one needs, that's all right. I can slip. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm going to slip that in underneath. And there is our front all decorated. I think we need a sentiment. Let's see, how would that fit? If you don't know how a sentiment's going to look on a card, what I do is I kind of put this stamp down and then I check it out and see how I like. Well, I can put that down. So the reason I'm checking, I'm going to flip it so it's in your perspective. I was seeing if you could still see it with the little itty bitty easel. I'm not going to get tired of saying that, by the way, because it's so itty bitty and cute. So again, the Memento Black, just keeping kind of simple. Rest and relax, you deserve it. Don't think I've mentioned, for those who are joining, thank you. This is Fantastic Fun Fold Night, and this is a double easel card, and you can nominate someone in Australia to receive this card. So now we're just going to need to put in our little, so it does block it a little bit, but you can still see it. And I kind of like the blueness. You may not, so you could choose different colors. There's no right or wrong answer here, but I like the blue tones and then the splash of other colors, particularly the lovely lipstick and the Call Me Clover, just really, and the Daffodil Delight. They really go well with the pool party and they really stand out. So all we need to do is now adhere glue our itty bitty easel, and I am going to eyeball it. You could measure it out. I'm totally eyeballing it, kind of going, yeah, I've got 2 fingers on either side there, and because I've used the liquid glue, I've got a bit of time for that to Love it. Sorry. I'm going to flip it this way so that it's kind of your perspective. It's a very tropical, very cute. Let's do a sideways shot. And again, the sizing, I've provided all the dimensions in this video, and when this goes up on my blog tomorrow, I'll have all the measurements both in imperial and metric. And this second easel is very arbitrary. It's just the sizing I've decided to choose. You could make it bigger so it sits more in front. And this is a portrait version, but you could certainly also do it a landscape version. Now let me know, do you want me to demonstrate, not tonight, but next Fantastic Folds night, how to do the easel card in landscape mode? While you think about that, I'm going to grab an envelope. And no card is complete until we stamp the envelope. And it's been a while since I've stamped the front of the envelope, so that's what we're going to do. Tanya, you love your DSP. Sure, why not? That would be great. Okay, cool. That saves me also thinking what kind of fold we should do next week. It'll be an easel card. I don't know if we'll do a double or a single, but we will do an easel card that is landscape. You have not seen it. Okay, I've got lots of yeses. Fabulous. I'm going to just stamp the hibiscus in the corner here. Very pretty. And shall we leave it as that? No, I can't. I want to colour it. I want to colour it. So let's put the ink away and clean my stamp. I don't know if I've seen one, but it's certainly possible. There is no reason why it's not. Now, tip, if you're going to colour your envelopes, particularly with stamping blends, they do bleed through. So the colouring will come to the other side of the envelope. So I've got a piece of cardstock. This is not regular cardstock. Oh, I know what it is. It's my dividers. I have random dividers of stuff and it got chopped up. And so I've cut it basically to the height of the envelope so that I can put it inside the envelope. And that way when I'm colouring the envelope, the colour will not bleed through. Hey Danielle, good morning to you. Your day is, excuse me, just beginning and I am pretty much finishing off here. But I made this double easel card using the Timeless Tropical stamp set. And I thought it'd be fun to colour the envelope. So remember, nominations are open Australia time until Wednesday, my next live, so Wednesday 10 a.m. And that is only on here on Facebook. I should probably say the date of Wednesday the 20th. And nominate someone. Just say my friend, my uncle, my aunt, and a quick reason why I'm thinking of them. Something to that effect. And your nominee might be receiving this card in the mail. And I'm going to repeat that this isn't for YouTube viewers. Sorry guys. I am still thinking how I can incorporate that, but I have almost caught up on my YouTube uploading. So that's kind of exciting. That's been one job between schooling the kids, uploading YouTube. But I'm so happy that I'm close to there. Actually, the only video I haven't uploaded at this point in time is my unboxing video from Friday. So that's only a few days ago. Go me. Not being super accurate because this is the envelope. But there is something special about envelope coloured. I used to not colour my envelopes, fun fact, and I thought it would be in like a nice little black and white hint of what the inside is like. But this year I coloured an envelope and really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it probably a little too much. And you can't see that the colour, but there is no colour bleed. There is on the back of that bit, but that's expected. Otherwise, if I didn't put the cardstock in, there would be colour bleed right there. Which I guess it doesn't really matter on the back of the envelope, but you know, I like to keep it pretty. So there we have it, people. Thank you so much for joining me, spending time with me. I hope I have inspired you to be creative. Your kids go back on the 25th. Woohoo! My kids back today, and they had an amazing day. They were so happy to be back. But, you know, no adults allowed on the campus, and everyone had temperature checks, so, you know, very cautious. And they got to wash their hands. That was one thing about school, not washing hands before eating, but now they're made to wash their hands constantly, so it's awesome. Anyway, I digress. I should get back to saying thank you for spending time with me, whether it's your morning or my evening. I really appreciate the company, and I hope you have been inspired. And I will see you Wednesday, 10 a.m. for some creativity time. Bye for now.